It's about 7:30 in the morning on Tuesday, August 29th, 2023. There's just 2 days left of August. Hey, you're a little bit big to be nursing there. Anyway, so the cows, I left down there, I left it open, hoping the cows would come join the rest of the herd where the water is and everything. But like 2/3 of the cows ended up back where they weren't supposed to be. So what I did is I took this wire and I took it off the post and I walked it around the cows. And then as I pulled it tight, the cows kind of moved away from the wire into where they're supposed to be. And then I just hooked it back up to the post. The sheep aren't over here, but the sheep cross the wire whenever they want to. They know to avoid the wire, but they'll go under it. So this part of the pasture, this is the second cell, counting from the north, of the second section. And there's some awesome grass here. Again, you're just seeing the tops. You're seeing the goat weed, but you're not seeing the grass in between the goat weed. So I was having a thought about this morning. I said, Self, the goat weed is here for a reason. It's helping to develop the soil. It's capturing sunlight and producing things. So, I mean, although the cows don't like to eat it and they won't eat very much of it, it is doing something. And it's better than having bare ground. Now this stuff, I think this stuff is a type of ragweed. It might be western ragweed. I'm not entirely sure. One thing that's interesting is the scientific name of ragweed is ambrosia. Ambrosia is the food of the gods in Greek mythology. And I wonder why they would give this the name ambrosia. And there's some evidence that Native Americans a long time ago, hundreds and hundreds of years ago, ate this stuff, at least the seeds of it. We have some evidence of them eating seeds. It's not really known how they used it. The Indians, or the Native Americans that used it are long dead. And ever since they discovered corn, maize, they stopped cultivating ragweed and eating it. So we're not really sure how they ate it. There is quite a lot of seed oil in the seed of ragweed. It is possible to make oil out of the seeds. And oil is one of those substances. I asked my wife, I said, hey, what did Koreans do before, soybean oil and stuff like that? And she said she didn't really know, but that they did keep all the fats from the animals they slaughtered. The lard and the tallow. And they use that for food and candles and stuff. Just like Europeans do, So, oil's precious, cooking oil. And people say, oh, don't use seed oils. They're bad for you. Sure, what do you want me to use instead? And that's the problem. You're Snowflake. How you doing, Snowflake? So the dogs stayed last night. They didn't come home. So I'm proud of my 2 dogs for staying on my land. I'm not entirely sure why they did. Whether it was just because the cows were here, or whether the training is starting to take. The training be... Oh, hey there, guys. You sound like elephants running on the ground. The training is to take them to the field and feed them at the field. And don't feed them at home. So maybe that's what, like here, this is where they get all their food. And I'm careful to feed them, make sure they eat. So they seem to be staying at the field now. What else did I want to talk about? Oh yeah, so the ragweed, apparently, according to Wikipedia and some other sources, which from what I can tell from those other sources, they seem to be based on Wikipedia. There's a couple mentioned. There's a doctor, I think, in Florida that's making ragweed tea and drinking it. I don't even know if he really knows what the health benefits are. Nobody eats it. So anyway, now ragweed's one of those things that we call it a weed, but it's been here since forever. And there's evidence that people used to eat it. But nobody knows how or why. Oh yeah, so oils are important. And so there's a thought that maybe the ragweed was used to make oil, but then looking into the process you'd have to use to get the oil out of the seeds, it's not something that can be easily done by hand. Although never underestimate the ingenuity of human beings, especially when it comes to food. So anyway, that's that. So, am I going to try ragweed? Maybe one day. Maybe I'll see. I've heard it tastes really bad. But this goatweed, this stuff is definitely, it has a medicinal use. It's a laxative. It's an exfoliant. It's a skin irritant. You make an oil out of it. It's very potent. You know, it feeds the birds. There's birds that rely on this. Without goatweed, the birds would have a hard time finding food and surviving. Provides plenty of ground cover for animals to stay safe from the hawks and things. So it's not a bad deal. Anyway, let me show you the water setup. I moved it over here next to the tree somewhat. There it is. Boy, the grass in some places is super long. I was also thinking last year, this time of year, we were, oh no, wait, I think last year in late August, we got our 5 inches of rain that broke the drought. There's the water. Greg Judy was showing off his pasture and other people's pastures and how it responded to the 5 inches of rain they got over several days, just a couple weeks ago. There's a bad leak down there. That's not good. I'll have to fix that. Is it just some grass leaves down there? Anyway, I'm going to fix that, guys. Have a great day. Take care. Bye-bye. Oh, what I was going to say is that my pasture didn't recover very quickly because I overgrazed it. If I had kept the cows off of it when the rain came, it would have done a lot better. Have a great day, guys. Bye-bye.